All right, I'm losing track as to how many real talks we've actually done. But today our topic was if there's a party out there, and this is my favorite topics. I love to talk about this one to continue to encourage communication between parents and kids. But if there's a party out there, excuse me, and you know that there's going to be bad things happening, or you're at a party and there's bad things happening, what do you do? Do you hang out and act like it's no big deal? Do you call a parent? Do you call a sibling? What do you do? And usually from our students, we get the opinions of if you're there, you want to stay cool, so make sure you stay. Don't do anything that might lead people to believe that you're not cool. Like at all costs, stay cool. Pretend, do whatever, participate in the activities as long as you're safe. But at all costs, it seems like many people would not want to call their parents to get them out of a tough situation because they would feel like it would lose the trust between them and their parent. So I just told the kids, I said, hey, as going through a couple of real talks already and having this topic come up, I need to tell you guys that if you're ever in a position where there's something bad and you're at a party or you're going to go to a party or whatever and something bad's going to happen, number one, if there's bad things happening, avoid them because guilt by association is the thing. If you go to this place, you're going to be caught up with everybody else. As many ways as they tried to work around it and think around it and try to find different ways to rationalize it, it's all boiled down to if you're there at this party where people are at and they're doing bad things and you're with them, they're going to assume that you're doing the bad things as well. But if you're at the party and bad things are happening and you want to get out, the surest way to do it is to call a parent, to let them know. And they were thinking of all these crazy things to do, like pretend like you got a bloody nose and you got to call your parents, or pretend like you threw up or whatever, all these different kinds of things. But I said, man, there's sort of temptation sometimes to think that a parent, if they get called when their student is doing something inappropriate or is in a tough situation, that a parent would come down on this kid and be mad at this kid and their whole lives would be over. But I continue to tell them, hey, if you call your parent when you're in a tough situation, they're not going to trust you less. They're going to trust you more because they know that you know how to discern what's an appropriate and an inappropriate situation. That you're going to be able to sit in that situation and be like, I need to get out of here. I need help. Who can I go to? I can go to my parent. They're going to get me out. I can trust them. They can help me find a better situation to be in. And that increases the trust. They'll continue to tell these students. I even challenged them. I said, ask your parents, if you're in a tough spot and you call them, will they be mad? Or will they not be mad? You know, and obviously, if there's things that you need to get in trouble for and own up to, like there may be some of those situations, but when it comes down to it, your parents can be much happier, much more proud of your decision-making process if you call them to get them out of there. So that's what I said to the students. I hope that's the same in your guys' families. I encourage them to have that conversation with you guys to see what you would say if they were in a tough spot. And I hope that's what you guys would say, you know, just to keep those lines of communication open where they know that they have somebody out there that they can trust. It went off after that to some Q&A and different things like that of some things we've talked about in the past, but open up that conversation, and I think that it's a very important thing to do, to have maybe like a little code between you and your child when it comes to texting, a way that they can text you if they're in that bad spot. I hear a lot of parents doing that, to have just a secret language that they can call them up and say, oh, I owe this, whatever word it is, whatever code word it is, that means that I need to get out of here, and it doesn't incriminate the student to make them seem like they're not cool, because all students want to be cool. They want to be in the in club. So feel free to have that conversation. I please do. I think it would be fantastic. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Thanks again for letting me do this with your students.